Welcome to stage 10 of Fella Cars at GMR. As you can see, we're getting ready to do a plaster scenery addition to the layout by the way of a small hill. The concept is that the hill will lead up to the final part of our front of the layout, with the above section there being part of a HON3 section, so we have to have a definite cut-off on our scenery. So the hill has the road bisecting it, and we'll be then sort of creating two basic outlines, and we'll join them with a footbridge for people to cross over. So the basic system is the same as I've used on my Echo Mountain layout, which if you want to check that out, go back to my earlier videos and you'll see how I did Echo Mountain. But I have a cardboard frame and just stuff it with newspaper any old way, make it fairly solid though, and then just getting plaster strips, which you can buy from Plaster Bandage from hobby shops. Cut it up into strips, making sure they're not too wide, and then I just use a painter's roller tray just to put a shallow pool of water in it, drop the strips in for a matter of, I don't know, 10-15 seconds, just enough to let the water penetrate, and then put them over the scaffolding, and then just using the finger just to mould it round to get the creases out so it blends the plaster into one solid unit, but also rub it to try and get rid of some of the small holes that appear. So it's just a process of adding layer upon layer, and then gradually making sure all the points are being covered. So you don't push it in over the paper, you just let it sort of fall over it, and in doing so it takes a shape of its own, because the paper has freedom of movement and there's nothing rigid about it, and you get some really great looking formations. I find it much better than some of the rock castings, especially in something like this, which is sort of a bit more free form, and there's no cliff faces that obviously take a bit more attention. So as you can see, after it's dried off, there's a few little holes there where the plaster hasn't taken. So we've added some extra strips, and you know, on a club layout there's a lot of things that not everyone's good at. You've got technical people, you've got wiring people, you've got locomotive builders, but this is a job that anyone of any age can do, and it really sort of gets the team effort into it. We're just carefully watching here so we don't sort of get plaster on the track, and then just putting some extra bandages across the shell where there was a very marked amount of holes. We will be doing a layer of plaster over the final hardened area. It'll be like a light slurry which will colour with an earthy looking colour prior to doing final senecking. So if you're happy with this, tell people about it, get them to subscribe to my channel, and next time we'll start doing a bit more of the senecking side of it. So happy modelling, and we'll catch you on Fella Cars at GMR number 11.